Hi, my name is Jeremy Palmer, and this is my Capstone project. 3 short film scores for 3 short films.
Creed, don't get burned.
Tragedy, adventure, and the diversity of life itself. The ocean.
My process for all of these films was basically the same. I would cue up the movie, the picture, with the sound effects and the dialogue, if there was any, in my DAW. I'm a Pro Tools user, so I use Pro Tools. And then sitting down at my piano, I would just watch the movie repeatedly, messing around with different ideas on the piano until section by section I kind of built up the music I wanted to use. And then once everything was done in the piano, I would go through the painstaking process of adjusting the tempo inside of Pro Tools to match all of the tempo changes that I made. So this is called tempo mapping. And so I made several adjustments to the tempo. I changed time signatures as needed, if that's what I did in the piano part that I wrote for each part of the music. And so then once I had tempo mapped the entire film score out so that I could have a click and that everything lined up with a grid, then I went through piece by piece, replacing the piano part with the final orchestration. The way I orchestrate is mostly just by thinking in my head, well, I'd like there to be strings here, so then I'll add strings. And then I might say, this could use some more strings, some higher strings, a cello, pizzicato, whatever. And I don't have like an orchestra in mind that I'm orchestrating for. Rather, because I have a virtual orchestra with thousands of sounds at my fingertips, I'm just putting in whatever I think fits. So occasionally in the Creed, for example, I used some synth, as well as in the ocean. I used a few synthy elements that you wouldn't find in a typical orchestra. For Wing It, I did try to keep it to what an actual symphony orchestra could play live. And so that was fun. But I definitely kept adding percussion elements and all kinds of things until it reached a version that I felt was complete and really melded well with the film. I'm proud of how it turned out in all cases. For the ocean documentary, that one ended up being more sparse than the other two. I used a lot less instruments, but I felt like it didn't need a lot. I definitely was feeling a little inspired from watching the picture to come up with a piano part that ended up remaining as the main part inside that film. I augmented the piano with other instruments, but it carries the piece. I have a very Philip Glass-like piano part that I came up with. For the Creed, piano also plays a very important role But I did try to add enough layers of other instruments that there are times when the piano, I think, even drops out. I hope you enjoy my project. If you want to watch the films in their entirety, please click in the description below. Thanks. Bye.